What's up, idobi Radio? I am sitting here right now with Big Jesus. What's up?
Hello.
How are you guys?
Great.
Fine,
Fantastic.
Yeah, we're good.
It's been a minute since I've seen you last.
Yeah.
I think the last time we saw each other and talked to each other, we were drinking tea in New York City around this time last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good Charlotte story so far tour.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
PlayStation Theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it might be a year to the day, actually.
Ooh, that'd be weird.
Really? I got a Facebook memory today, and it was the picture where we were in Rhode Island, and I played with the flu, like with the
with your
winter
hood
coat
on.
on.
So maybe it
It's
wasn't a year
close.
from today.
It's close.
Yeah, very close,
Yeah.
for sure. So introduce yourselves to everyone out there right now and tell them what you do in the band and all that good stuff.
Sure. I'm Spencer Ussery. I play bass, and I'm the lead vocalist.
I'm CJ, and I play guitar.
Thomas, I play lead guitar.
I'm Blake, I play the drums.
Awesome. Now that we got that out of the way, we can talk about music and all that stuff. Right now, you guys are currently on tour with Microwave, and tomorrow the tour ends and you head on a different tour, or a few days?
They keep going
Okay.
through Salt Lake and a couple other cities in the middle of the country. And we leave San Francisco tomorrow night and have to drive 4 days straight to Boston to meet up with Hot Water Music for a 3-day tour.
Sounds like a very fun ride.
It's going to be a blast.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, Microwave is also from Atlanta, where you guys are from. So
Yeah.
talk about getting to tour America with someone you might have played shows with before you guys really started blowing up.
Yeah, actually, all 3 bands on the tour are from Atlanta.
Oh, shit, that's tight.
Yeah, the openers are from Atlanta, too. I don't know.
We've known him for a while. I actually recorded the first thing Microwave ever did. I recorded and mixed like in Atlanta a few years ago. So it's crazy to be on this tour and to see, a lot of the bands I record are very like small local bands that like make a demo and then break up. So it's cool to see one of the few bands that like they've actually kept doing it and gotten a record deal and kept putting out LPs, and they're finally starting to like, kids are coming to the shows like going crazy singing all the words and everything like that. So it's awesome like watching your homies attain that success and be able to be there and like support them and doing it too.
It's also good, like, people that we just like hang out with these people all the time. So just going on tour, it's just like a big hang every day. It's really fun.
Definitely. Now, is the Atlanta scene for you guys like very strong?
Yeah, we love our music scene in Atlanta. It's really cool. It's a big melting pot.
Yeah, it's really diverse. There's no like certain sound that Atlanta has, but it's just you see the same people at all the different shows kind of, but it's all like we play with our bands that have like a blues rock thing, or we play with our friend's band that's like a straight up metal band. Like it doesn't matter, and people are cool with things being mashed together like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, you guys just released a single yesterday, I believe. It's called Forever Gold.
Yeah,
Gold
Gold Forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
close.
I literally looked at it 4 times, and I'm like, I'm not going to mess it up. I'm not going to
You
mess
had
it up.
it. You had it right. You just
Yeah.
backwards.
Yeah. Well, talk about that single. It gave me like this very atmospheric vibe to it, which you guys, when I saw you live, I was like, those guitars are really cool, very like openy, like reverby, like very cool open sounds to it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's kind of one of our little things, I think. But yeah, that single came about. It's a song that we started writing in 2012.
Yeah, 12 maybe it started.
Yeah, so we had, a couple riffs of a song, and it had just been dormant, like sitting in our inboxes as an old demo. And we pulled it up again, and like, hey, let's try to rework this. And we spent a couple days on it, and I don't know. Yeah, it was a neat little experience. We went to Nashville and recorded it with a guy named Jay Hall, and he ended up mixing it as well. So it was a great experience.
Cool. Now, the only place you can find it right now is on Bandcamp, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or there's a YouTube video, but yeah, the only place you can download or purchase it's on Bandcamp right now.
Now, I have a question about that because obviously it's like a very streaming world out there right now, no real physical copies of albums. So putting it on Bandcamp, does it benefit the band more than putting it, say, on like iTunes and Spotify?
Yeah, we'd love to have it on iTunes and Spotify.
Okay.
I think the record label's trying to work on that, getting it up eventually. We're not really sure on an exact date, maybe not. I don't know.
We just kind of took
December
things into
8th.
our own hands and kind of forced it out there.
Oh, okay.
So that's the format that we had, and like we have all grown up in bands that we just always do everything ourselves, and we just we wanted to put out music, and we didn't want to, everybody's got access to the internet, so we just felt like we wanted to put out some art, so we did.
Yeah,
love
just something
that.
fresh and new, especially for this tour we had just started on, and we're playing the song live, and it's like, for us to have a new song to play is absolutely a wonderful thing, because some of these songs we've been playing for
Forever, yeah.
4 years, and I don't mind playing them by any means, but having fresh material to play has been really neat.
Yeah, for sure. And now bear with me, Oneiric?
Yeah.
Did I get it right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got it.
Okay, that's the one I was more concerned about.
Yeah.
So you have songs like Lock and Key on that one, which are really cool songs, and you said you guys have been playing it forever at this point.
Yeah, that's one we haven't been playing as long as some of the others
Okay.
on the album. For instance, like Shrimp or Oneiric, Heaviest Heart. Those are some older songs that we had on our self-released album from like 2012, 2013.
Yeah. It's just songs that we've had for a long time that, it's just taken a long time to get a proper release for, so they've just been around forever. I think a lot of bands are like that with their first LP. It's just they've had this idea of like this LP they've been wanting to make, and they finally get to the opportunity of making it, but it took a long time. And so that's what's going to be kind of challenging about our next record is like everything's going to be fresh, like within the last year, like everything's going to be new, with the exception of this single that we put out. And I think that's why it made sense to put it out as a single, is because it was like an older demo. And now everything that we release on the next record will be like written and made in a certain time frame as a like cohesive collection.
Now you guys are starting to write for the next record?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sweet.
We took some time last month. We all took off of work. We were at home, and we met up every morning at the same time at CJ's house and just jammed all day long. And, we'd go home and come back the next morning. We did it for 5-6 days.
Yeah.
Full week.
And it was good. It was kind of like a staycation writing focused block of time, which was pretty neat. We came up with some ideas. I think we got the ball rolling
The
on
album,
a few
it's going.
songs, So it's like we started up the process, so ball's rolling.
Nice. Now, are you going to continue with the sound you have now? Because in my opinion, it's a sound that not a lot of bands, like besides Microwave, have right now, which is really cool. You guys are touring together with that sound. And I feel like it's like really coming back in 2017, 2018. I think it's going to be like a bigger sound. Guitars are coming back and stuff.
Yeah, that's our hope. Is we definitely we're a guitar band, and I'm not sure if like we want to make a huge departure from that. But my thinking about creating new records is, always wanting to evolve and always wanting to like not make the same thing you made again. And we definitely want to push some boundaries, and we do a lot of exploring of like making guitars not sound like guitars, but still doing it with guitars, So I think the next record will probably start pushing with that a lot more. And, we get a lot of comparisons sometimes of like, a lot of bands are doing like throwback kind of stuff. And we definitely, we want to be as far away from that as possible. Like in our minds, we create something that is, we have influences, but we're still trying to like push a genre in a certain direction and not just be, oh, I love this band, I want to make a band that sounds like this.
Yeah.
So hopefully the next goal we can achieve doing that is making something that's our own and something that's innovative for our band.
I think it is pretty innovative. I wouldn't call it a throwback sound, more of a continuation sound when I listen to
Yeah.
it. It's like very transitionary.
Cool.
Thanks.
Yeah. So you guys have been doing a ton of touring over the last year or so. Now everyone from Good Charlotte's Story so far are now on tour with Microwave. I saw you guys played with Manchester Orchestra too. So you guys are really just getting all like the emo bands for the most part.
Yeah.
We get some of the heavier stuff too, like we did The Sword and Red Fang.
Yeah.
And then we get like active rock bands like we did 10 Years earlier this year. So that's what's fun about our band too, is that you can kind of live in all of those different worlds. And it's definitely interesting to see how the different crowds react to your band. Whereas like someone on a Manchester Microwave tour might just like kind of like go like this and like sing some words or whatever. And then for the Sword and Red Fang, like people are just like losing their minds screaming and wanting to give you high fives while you're playing and things like that. So it's cool to live in both worlds, and we think that, you know, we really don't care who we tour with, as long as our band stays playing our songs and just is our band. Like, who cares like what image it is that you have of playing for this band or this band or this band, whatever. Like, we're still doing what we would do regardless.
And I think we're, like we said about the Atlanta music scene, I feel like we're kind of used to just being able to play with whoever.
Yeah.
Right? We've never discriminated against, like, well, we're not going to play with you because you make this sort of sound. We'll play with anybody. And I think it's extended into our touring and stuff. And we just say, the tour looks good, the routing looks good, and we're able to do it. We're going to say, yeah, pretty much all the time. So.
Yeah.
That's the best approach.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
saying that you would tour with basically anyone and just keep playing your songs, what are some bands you guys are listening to right now?
The War on Drugs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
new
one-
War on Drugs record's amazing. So the new Grizzly Bear record is probably my album of the year right now.
Yeah.
I think that's an amazing record.
Yep.
I've been obsessed with a band from the 80s called Talk Talk.
Okay.
The last 2 albums they released. So I don't know, I listen to just old stuff. But those are the newer albums I think we're jamming in the band more often. Kurt Vile, always. We're always listening to
Yeah,
him.
for sure.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, do you find that the wide range of bands you are touring with and the bands you guys are listening to are going to influence the next record in any way?
Definitely. I mean, there's some talks when we were writing the newer material, you know, coming up with stuff and kind of being like, I'm not listening to anything that sounds like this or whatever. And I guess part of that can be a good thing or whatever, that you're not just like ripping on whatever's influencing you at the time. But I think it's inevitable that whatever your taste has evolved into is going to make its way into your new record.
Yeah. Subtly.
Nice. Now, what are plans for the rest of 2017 going into 2018?
We finished this tour, and we're going to meet with Hot Water Music in Boston. We have a 3-day stint with them. This is Boston, Brooklyn, and Philly. After Philly, we're driving back home to spend the holidays with their families and stuff.
Or start writing again.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, we have one show booked in Atlanta on the 28th,
28th,
something like that.
29th of December, I think.
Yeah, one of those, and that'll close out the year for us. And next year's looking wide open so far as touring goes. We don't have anything like scheduled yet, which I think is kind of nice. We can kind of put our attentions to the new songs and getting this record together.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to hear it. New single out now. Where can everyone keep up with you guys? What's the best way to know where you're touring and new music coming out?
I think we're most active on Instagram.
Okay.
So it'd be Instagram/Big Jesus, and that cross post to Facebook and stuff. But I'd say that's where we have most of our fun.
Or bigjesus.net is like the hub for everything.
Yeah, that's got the tour dates.
merch and tour lyrics,
Yeah.
pictures, videos, all that.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for stopping by. It's great to reconnect.
Yeah,
And
man.
I'm coming to your show tonight. I'm really stoked for it.
Sweet.
And we'll be talking soon.
Oh,
Sweet.
thanks.
Thanks.